Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm coming back again with market profile video. I have already started a series of videos on market profile. People who have not yet watched them, so please go back and watch them. I suggest who's interested in understanding the market profile and learning the market profile. Please do watch the video till end of the video. Uh, okay, let's start again, guys. So today, what are the topics we are going to cover is initial balance, HVN, LVN, single print, buying tail, selling tail, and exhaustion levels, guys. So I'll walk you through one by one. Okay, the first one is initial balance, guys. Initial balance is a place where the local players, okay, so basically local players are nothing but intraday players where they form a particular range for the day. So people usually what they say is, okay, the people who are using the market profile, not the proficient ones, the people who are initially and they just started the market profile. They ask us to not to trade in the initial balance. Let's wait for the initial balance. So what exactly initial balance is? Initial balance is your first 1 hour trade, guys. So that means initial balance is your first two TPOs, A print and B print. The range which gets created from A and B is your initial balance. So this is your initial balance. If I show you guys in yeah, so okay, so the initial balance, let's say market has opened here, A print completes here, starts here and completes till here. Sorry guys, here till here. So from A to B, what is the range? Okay, this is your initial balance. So this is how in the market profile we can see. Then how can we see it in candlesticks, guys? So candlesticks is nothing but the traded range of your first 1 hour in 30 minutes candle. Okay, if I see on 27th day, so A's low is this and A high is this, so B comes within A, so this is the range initial balance. So as I said, initial balance is a place where local players, intraday players, forms a range for the trading. So what they suggest is not to trade in the initial balance till you get the proficiency. So trade only after initial balance is created, guys. Okay, so hope you guys got cleared about the initial balance from the candlesticks as well. So it is nothing but your first 1 hour range. So this is 1 hour range for this day A and B. So this is your initial balance in the candlesticks, and I have shown you how exactly it looks in the market profile charts also. This is just A and B's range in the market profile, guys. So next comes is high volume node. High volume node is nothing but it signifies the operator activity. That means when there is an high volume node, that is a operator is in the market or operator is present in that particular frame. And what is the LVN? LVN is a low volume node. So in that particular price range, there is very less volumes traded. So what is the important significance of HVN? So it says that HVN is valid only once the HVN is get crossed, then it doesn't have that importance. So I'll tell you why what exactly the HVN is and why exactly it loses the importance once it is uh, get crossed. Okay, so let us what HVN is. So HVN is, this is your market profile, guys. Okay, I'll just go with a balanced profile. Okay, we know that in the within value area we have the POC. POC is a place where most of the volumes are traded. So we know this is in the balanced day. Let us say imbalanced day. Imbalanced day, I'll teach you guys why exactly the what exactly that balanced day and imbalanced day. So now there is a place, okay, there is a place beyond POC. Let us say here, guys, here at this place we can see huge volumes. Okay, so here we know that at the POC we get A, B, okay, C till 8, 9, 10 TPOs, okay, or even 13 TPOs we get. But what if we get only 3 TPOs, A, K, any 3 TPOs, L? There are only 3 TPOs and volumes are almost near POC, guys. Let us say the volumes are these many, but here we have A to M. Let us say 13 TPOs are present at the POC. Okay, this is a POC or PPOC, but at this particular price, there are only 3 TPOs present, but the volumes are huge, guys. That means this guy is a operator. This is a HVN, high volume node. Okay, so just to show you in the image at this particular price range. Okay, so we can see only we can see even more volumes here. Okay, we can see even more volumes, but there are only 3 TPOs present. Okay, if there are 2 to 4 TPOs, 4 TPOs, and volumes are huge, almost 60 to 70% of your POC, that is a HVN and it is a operator activity, they say. And HVN's importance is hold only one. So once the HVN is crossed, it doesn't have that significance later onwards. So why exactly this happens? Let us say I'll give you an example. This is a market profile chart, guys. Okay, this is a market profile chart, and let's say here is a HVN. Here is HVN, HVN at price 100. Price is 100 rupees. Okay, so now what happens? Let us say this is yesterday's chart, yesterday and today. Okay, now what happens is here there is a HVN yesterday. Today market is trading at this level, guys. Okay, so there is a HVN is nothing but operator is present here. So now what happens is, let us say current market price CMP. CMP is trading at 95. Okay, so this guy is a guy who's having a lot of money. Hmm? So from here market fell till 90 rupees. Okay, so this guy who shorted here yesterday, okay, yesterday, he is now in 10 rupees profit. So he shorted at 100 with huge volumes and it fell down till 19. So he is in profit of 10 rupees. But this guy has not booked the profit at 90. So this guy has not booked the profit at 90. So unexpectedly market start moving opposite to his direction. So now it is at CMP 95 and this guy has not booked the profit and this guy is still present at this level. Okay, so unexpectedly market moves this level. This HVN guy is a guy who was having money power. He again starts shorting and market falls. So HVN gets importance once. Let us say this is a scenario where this guy has not booked the profit. Let's say this guy has not booked the profit. This is our yesterday's market profile. Let us consider market. So from his level, H1 is present here. So tomorrow again market fell. So anyway, it fell again at 90 rupees. Okay. So today it fell till 90. So what happens next day is, now this guy thinks that this is a price I need to exit. The H1 who guy shorted here and again he shorted here and market came back again at 90. Now he thinks this is a better price to exit. So what he does is he exits the market with 10 points. Okay, he exits the market with 10 points. So yesterday, 2 days back, there is a HVN here, guys. Okay, so when market starts moving again in this direction, and when it comes back to 90 rupees, 100 rupees, okay, a H1 is got created 2 days back. Here this guy, the H1 guy, has exited the market. That means he is not present at this level. So this level gets crossed. So what I am trying to say is, once the H1 gets crossed on any of the day, it won't have that significance next day onwards. This is what I wanted to clear you guys. So make sure once the H1 gets crossed, do not consider it as important one, guys. Okay, so hope you guys got cleared in this concept. So basically H1 is a operator significant place, so we need to be careful. And LVN is a, we can see very less volume. So you can see here there are very less volume. So whenever next time market starts moving at this range, so it crosses that range easily. So LVN is a place, when it comes to that range, market moves quickly. Okay, so the next one is, guys, single print. So what exactly the single print is? Okay, single print is a place we see only single print. Okay, as you can see here, K. Okay, so K is present here. This above this there are prints, below this there are print, but K is there are no other TPO overlap with the K, so that we call it as a single print. And single print, whenever market tries to move in the single print range, it acts as support and resistance, guys. So make sure whenever the market tries to move in the single print range, it acts as support and resistances. Okay, so if there are any single print at the at the top or bottom or extremes, it should be between between I'll explain what exactly the extreme is. Okay, so what single print means is, let us say market opens here. Okay, A print, A print. I'll clear the both the concepts of extreme also, as well as the single print. A print. Okay, A print. So now B starts printing here. B, B. Just to clear the concept, guys, C starts printing here. Okay, and start market starts moving upward direction. So whatever you are seeing at the A, guys, A is a buying tail. Buying tail they call it as. If I extremes this, they call it as extreme also, extreme or buying tail. So what exactly this signifies is, there is a buyer in the stock from the beginning itself, if it is holding the A extreme. So what exactly single print is? So once a A is complete, if you see this particular range, only B is traded. Only B is traded, guys. Okay, only B is traded. But above this, there is a movement in there is a movement in the stock. Okay, below this there is a movement in the stock. but this particular range, let us say 110 and 100, this 10 rupees range is traded only by uh, B single print. I'll explain you one of the best strategy on the single prints going forward, which works with almost like 1 is to 10, 1 is to 5 kind of trades in the bank nifty. So I'll be explaining that soon. So basically, if single print is a place, there are prints above that price range and there are prints below that price range, but this price range is printed only by one single print, guys. Okay, and if there are any prints at A, that is at the bottom or at the top, those are extremes. I'll tell you what extremes are, what single print with the candle charts. Okay, so if you see this particular chart, okay, K is a place where only this particular price range, or where only K is uh, uh, printed. So above that there are LM prints, and below this there are other prints, guys. So this is basically the single print. Okay, so what are the extremes? Extremes are the places, give me a second, guys. Okay, so let me share you the extremes. Okay, so extremes are nothing but, so if there are only A prints at the top, okay, A prints at the top, uh, then you can see there are overlappings here, then these are selling prints because market started moving downwards from that particular price range. If you are seeing these single prints at the top or at the bottom, those are extremes, guys. And I'll tell you the extremes or buying tail or selling tail at A print is most important, guys. I'll tell you there are a couple of strategies with these extremes, how exactly we have to trade them. Okay, so now hope you got cleared. The single prints are the prints which comes at the middle, and there is a distribution above the single print and below the single print. But when it comes to extremes, they come at the top or at the bottom, then only they are called as extremes, guys. So now we are as I said, single prints, whenever the market comes into the single print, they act as support and resistances. Make sure they act as support and resistances. The next one is exhaust level, guys. Exhaust levels are nothing but, in our market profile, whenever there are two or three prints at the same level, you can see that CD are printing at the same level and they made a high. That is exhaust level. That means market started moving, opened here, started moving upside, it tested twice and it started falling. So this is the level, it tested twice and started falling, guys. Okay, this is nothing but double top and double bottom in candlesticks. So there are two scenarios which we have to consider here, is buying exhaustion and selling exhaustion. Let us say market has opened here, let us say market has opened here. Okay, A print, A print, A print. Okay, so I'll just give you the buying exhaustion. B print, B print, B print. Okay, B print, B. Okay, now C, 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 D, D, D. So if you see, this market opened here, it started moving upside, it came back here and it moved here, it came back here and it moved here. So it tested this level three times. Let us say it will give 100. Okay, so here we are seeing exhaustion, or we are seeing weakness in the buyers. That means buyers are not so strong. to break that level and start market started moving downwards, guys. So this we call it as buying extreme. So buying exhaustion, buyers are got exhausted here. So what exactly the selling exhaustion is? Let us say market opened here, okay, and a okay a this is how it prints, guys. Just giving a unsplitted version. B B C C C D, okay, D, and market started moving upwards, guys, from this level. So market opened here, then they started moving downside. It tested here and they moved up, then it tested here and they moved up, then they tested here. So B, C, D are at the same level. Let us queue it as a 90 rupees. So they are keep on testing. That means, but they're not able to break this level. That means this is a exhaustion selling. So sellers got exhausted and the market started moving upwards. So this is the significance of exhaustion levels. How exactly now this hope you guys got clear. Now exactly I'll tell you how to understand these things in the candlesticks, guys. So what exactly the single print is? Single print, as I told you, it comes, okay, it let us say comes in the middle. This is A and B. So A and B in the market profile, these two printed. So C printed here, D printed here, E, F, G. Okay. So the low mid is this one. But here, if you understand this particular range printed only by CTPO, this is single print. Okay, this is single print. Now if you see one more on the same day, it is not necessary that single print should come only once on a day, but on the same day, if you see this particular candles, okay, I traded till here, J here, this is the K traded here, but this particular price range is traded by J, only J. This is your single print, guys. This is your single print at J. So basically what I'm trying to say here is, how do you understand single print extremes and in the candlestick patterns, guys? So we won't be able to fetch HVN and LVN from the candlestick patterns, but we will be able to find the exhaustion levels. We will be able to find the single prints. Okay, so now what exactly the exhaustion level? Okay, I'll show you what exactly the exhaustion levels look like. Okay, let's say now in this video what I am doing is, see, C, D, E, F. Okay, these three candles or four candles, let us assume they have made almost same high. They have made almost same high. Let us consider this traded till here, this also tested, this tested, this also tested. So C printed till here, D printed till here, E printed till here, F printed till here. That means this is exhaustion level for buyers. Okay, I'm not telling that market will fall from here. Okay, but if you guys have seen my one of the best setup, if you haven't seen it, just go back and watch my video where I have shared my first setup candlestick patterns. So again I'm explaining you here, when there is a big candle and look at the accumulation at this place. Okay, and the last candle closing is almost near and almost near this buyer's level. Okay, then market has to move upwards. So this is the pattern. I remember I traded this trade. Hope you guys won't miss these such trades in the next whenever the market comes. These are the patterns where operators are coming in the market. So hope you guys enjoyed today's session, today's video. So now I think almost all of the topics I have cleared. So just I'll maybe in the next video onwards, there are a couple of other things which we need. So day types, days opening, and when exactly I'll make a video on how exactly we will come to know that it could end in a trend day. Those topics I'll be covering in the next videos, guys. Hope you guys liked the video. Please share, comment, subscribe, guys. Thanks thanks for watching the video.